Would you all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Please be seated. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the annual Hamilton Wenham Regional High School National Honor Society Induction Ceremony. Tonight, we celebrate with our best and our brightest in their quest to meet the tenets of NHS: scholarship, leadership, service, and character. These four pillars work in unison to help our students find a balance for their future and their never-ending goal to be lifelong learners. More importantly, we cannot forget the people who have supported these young men and women along the way. Parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, all share the ups and downs of the journey, some good, some bad. And through this process, their influence is stitched deeply into the fabric of the lives of all of our members. With that, I congratulate all the individuals who stood side by side with our current and soon to be inducted members of our chapter of the NHS. And of course, I congratulate the Hamilton Wenham Regional High School National Honor Society members as well. Congratulations, everyone. And without further ado, I'd like to introduce our chapter's president, Ms. Michelle Morenzi.
Mr. Tracy, National Honor Society advisors, Ms. Mahoney and Dr. Sorial, teachers, parents and families, Superintendent Dr. Harvey, current and new members, thank you all for coming. We are here tonight to honor the hardworking students who have spent their high school career not only excelling academically, but proving themselves of a high moral fiber, earning a spot in the National Honor Society. There is a common misconception about the National Honor Society, that being it is merely a club for those of a certain intellectual caliber. In reality, the National Honor Society is first and foremost a service club. The new members being inducted today have shown our community, school and otherwise, that they have taken their intellect and work ethic and used it to serve the greater good. To be academically renowned, which these inductees certainly are, is not in and of itself enough to be deemed honorable. Yet each student upon this stage tonight has taken the extra steps to use their gifts to give back, proving themselves to be worthy of a spot in the National Honor Society. Well done. In order for an organization to be successful, its members must be passionate about what they are doing. The National Honor Society is something much greater than a resume builder, which this year's members have certainly proved. This past year, our members have participated in over 1,000 hours of community service within the club alone. Per Hamilton Wenham tradition, one of our main focuses this year was tutoring. From tutoring in AP Chemistry to helping with 6th grade organizational skills, our chapter members have participated in the program with near 100% participation. Tutoring, however, was just one of the many ways NHS chose to give back this year. We recycled for the school every week, volunteered at a variety of Accord food pantry events, provided childcare for town meetings, and gave our time to several local and community events. We are excited for our new members to follow in our footsteps, but also for them to take paths of their own invention to help the community. While I applaud you most sincerely on being the amazing people you are, growth does not stop here. To quote Albert Einstein, life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. Inductees, move in as many ways as you can. Move to continue to better your character. Move to be a role model. Move towards heightened academic achievement. Move towards leadership in both things, both big and small. Finally, move towards making a change in the world. If you dedicate yourselves to these paths, not only will you keep your balance, but you will be moving somewhere beautiful. Thank you, and my most heartfelt congratulations to the incoming members of the National Honor Society. on 4 pillars: character, scholarship, leadership, and service. These 4 characteristics serve as standards that are upheld by the chapter. At this time, I invite our officers to the stage to explain the 4 qualities.
Hello, my name is Nick Glovsky, and I'm the current treasurer of NHS. One of the pillars of NHS is character. Character is the force within the individual that distinguishes each person from others. It creates for each of us our own individuality and our goodness. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is this force of character that guides one through life and, once developed, grows steadily within. Character is achieved and not received. It is a product of constant thought and action, the daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is the problem of self-control. We must be, in reality, what we wish to appear to others, to be rather than seem. By demonstrating such qualities as respect, responsibility, trustworthiness, fairness, caring, and citizenship, we may hope to prove by example that we value character. In the words of Helen Keller, character cannot be developed in ease and quiet. Only through experience of trial and suffering can the soul be strengthened, vision cleared, ambition inspired, and success achieved. Another one of the distinguishing characteristics that brings these people before you this evening is scholarship. Scholarship denotes a commitment to learning. A student is willing to spend hours in reading and studying, knowing the lasting benefits of their cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when formal education is ended, for human education ends only with the end of the life. Knowledge is one great element in life, which leads to the highest success and can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past, the torch guiding us to understand the present, and a light that illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world, the opportunities inherent in scholarship. In the words of Albert Einstein, wisdom is not the product of schooling, but a lifelong attempt to acquire it.
Another pillar is leadership. Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking initiative in the classroom and in school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to reach their common goals of success. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interests for the interests of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a school, community, nation, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is meaningful and substantive charge to each of our members. Author Travis Bradbury wrote, "Leadership is a mindset in action, so don't wait for the title. Leadership isn't something that anyone can give you. You have to earn it and claim it for yourself."
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Gazarowski, and I am the current secretary. The final quality is service. Service can be established in the routine of the day's work, where many opportunities arise to help others both at school and in the community. A willingness to work for the benefit of those in need, without monetary compensation or public recognition, is the quality we seek in our membership and promote for the entire student body. We are committed to volunteering our time and talents to the creation of a better tomorrow. In the words of Mahatma Gandhi, the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others.
I would just like to recognize Emily Vanderwilden, who is our vice president, but was not able to make it here tonight. Thank you, officers. Each year, current National Honor Society members choose a speaker who we feel well represents the values of NHS. This year, we chose a teacher relatively new to the regional, but has quickly become a beloved member of our community. It is my honor to introduce Mr. Boris Gottfeld, Mr. G.
a real honor to have been chosen out of so many great teachers at the school. Thank you so much to this year's NHS class for giving me the opportunity to speak in front of you tonight. Congratulations to next year's NHS class. All of you have worked very hard, given back to our community, and demonstrated strong character in your first 3 years of high school. You should all be very proud of your accomplishments and being on this stage tonight. I recently read a survey that found teenagers were the most stressed out people in America, and that 83% of them attributed their stress to school. My guess is that this has to do with the increased competition for college admissions. I can sympathize with those of you who are struggling with the stress and expectations of getting into a good college. I was exactly the type of student who is here on the stage tonight. I was a member of NHS, overloaded on AP courses, played sports, and was involved with extracurriculars. I spent my 4 years of high school under intense stress, thinking that one bad grade could end my hopes for my future, at least in my teenage mind. During this phase of my life, I never had time to take a step back and reflect on whether what I was doing was right for me. While I enjoyed math and science in high school, I never took the time to try to find a passion for anything specific. Unlike kids who knew they wanted to be a doctor, journalist, or FBI agent, I was running on autopilot, pursuing some vague notion of success that started with first getting into the best college I could, and then finding a high-paying job. I eventually met my high school goal, was accepted into a good college, and landed a high-paying and prestigious job on Wall Street. It turned out that job was a completely wrong path for me, but because I never took the time to reflect, it took me until I was well into my 20s and the nation's financial crisis in 2008 to figure that out. Only then did I get off my autopilot, take time to think about what I enjoy, and finally found a meaningful career. Students often ask me how I got into teaching after starting my career in finance. My interest in teaching started during 2 volunteering activities in my early 20s. First, I volunteered to run the training for summer interns at my company. I really enjoyed the experience of teaching and explaining complex material in a way that interns could understand. Another experience involved mentoring inner-city youth as part of my company's community service requirement. Before I started, I actually resented having to do something that would interfere with my work, but as I got into it, I loved connecting with those teens and being a positive role model for them. Those 2 service experiences really resonated with me. In fact, so much that after I lost my job in the recession of 2008, I decided to try teaching for a year instead of going back to finance. After teaching for that first year, I was hooked and have been doing this ever since. Because of how much of your time will be spent on academics and extracurriculars, you may not have time to discover something you're really passionate about. In my opinion, one of the reasons so few students are engaged in meaningful service is that today's culture and the competitive college admissions process sends them messages that emphasize personal success rather than concern for others and the common good. High school students often perceive colleges as valuing their achievements, not their responsibility for others and their communities. Because of the pressure to get into a good college and the intense demands of academics and extracurriculars, truly meaningful community service is often the piece that gets sacrificed. With those priorities, how do you ever figure out what you're supposed to do with your life as a teenager? I believe the key is taking some time for reflection and exploration. Put yourself into completely different experiences and then think about what you enjoyed and what you did not. Because your free time is limited, use community service as an opportunity to try something else, especially during the summer and on weekends. While the main goal of service is contributing to your community or those in need, the benefit to you can sometimes be less obvious. As I matured from the kid I was in high school, I realized that volunteering makes you a more empathetic and caring person, and if you do it thoughtfully, it can help you discover who you are and what you want out of life. I recommend that you engage in forms of service that are authentically chosen, that emerge from your particular passions and interests. Find service that helps you understand your own strengths, flaws, and blind spots, that teaches you greater humility or a deepened understanding and respect for those who are different from you. What should matter from your experience is not the accolades you get out of it, but your personal growth. As you're doing community service, always be reflective. Make notes of the skills you learned, what you loved, and what you loathed. If you need to, keep a journal. Right now, there are only 6 opportunities for seniors to do service on Naviance, and many students choose one of the available options without finding what else is out there. While a core food pantry or community giving tree can certainly offer a valuable experience, other forms of community engagement can be just as valuable. I challenge you to see what other things you can find. This may require some extra work, but do some research about an issue that you find important and reach out to organizations telling them you're interested in volunteering. Also, try to get out of your comfort zone. Instead of doing something that lets you hang out with friends, try to work in groups that are diverse in terms of gender, race, and viewpoints. Don't limit yourself to volunteering locally. There are tons of opportunities in Boston and hundreds of nonprofits you can reach out to that align with your interests. You may have a longer drive there, but you may also get a lot more out of it. If you feel like you're not getting the most out of your current volunteer opportunities, do something else. Don't just go through the motions. Do something that actually has meaning to you. Looking back at my life now, I believe that had I participated in meaningful service opportunities earlier, I may have actually found the path that I'm on now much sooner. There are already a lot of amazing service initiatives that are happening at the school. In my 2 years here, I have seen students help raise awareness and funds for Talia Duff, a local girl with a rare genetic disorder, getting toys to kids in need through the Stuff a Cruiser toy drive, and raising awareness for ALS through the Ice Bucket Challenge. In spite of these great success stories, many of our peers are doing the bare minimum as far as volunteering. I've had conversations with some seniors this year who complained that their community service experiences were not meaningful to them and that they were only done out of necessity. I did some research on this mindset and saw that this kind of thinking is prevalent across our nation. A recent study showed 60% of students ranked achievement above caring and reported a 48% drop in empathetic concern over others over the last 15 years. Another study asked teens what they wanted out of their volunteering experiences. The answers: 1, hang out with friends. 2, connecting through mobile technology. And 3, avoiding commitment. My hope is that we try to challenge this mentality at our school. Right now, the volunteering system in Naviance only has the 6 options that I mentioned earlier with just a brief description. One idea I have is that you, as student leaders, can set up a website where all students at the regional can share their community service experiences. I'm hoping that this website will include a brief description of the opportunity, what you did, what you learned, and what you most liked about it. The website can be updated periodically so that eventually students can see the hundreds of amazing service opportunities that are out there that their classmates participated in. My hope is that by seeing many more available options, students can find something that really sparks their interest and potentially even has a transformative impact on their lives the way that it did for me. Also, try to think of your own ideas of how we can spread the enjoyment of community service to our whole school, and I would be happy to discuss them with you later, as with many other teachers. My biggest regret from high school was not doing more meaningful volunteer opportunities. I hope that won't be yours. Be role models to your peers who are not in NHS and to younger students. Share your experiences of your own meaningful community service and demonstrate to them that volunteering can be fulfilling and that it's not just something you do to check off a box. In conclusion, to those of you who already generously contributed your time to community, I want to say thank you and continue your great work. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, Mr. Gottfeld. I would like to invite current NHS members to come up to the stage as we will now begin the induction of new members. Each member will be introduced by a current member and presented with a certificate as well as the flower of NHS, the yellow rose. Hello, my name is Chloe Belleville. The first member we will welcome tonight excels with her exceptional community service, impressive athletics, and academic success. As a member and captain of the lacrosse team, She not only works hard on her own skills, but also helps others develop skills by volunteering for adaptive lacrosse. Additionally, she has volunteered countless hours at the Food Project, providing fresh foods for families across the North Shore. She is a compassionate member of the Hamilton Wenham community and someone that I could not be prouder to call my friend. It is my honor to officially welcome Eliza Toomey into National Honor Society. The next member keeps busy by working with kids at the Wenham Tea House Camp, singing with the Ladies of Del Bells, and lifeguarding at the town pool. She is an avid swimmer and a future captain of the HW swim team. She not only devoted countless hours a week to her own swimming schools, but also finds the time to coach others, including young kids. She is also a member of Interact Club and excels at helping others in any way that she can. I'm so excited to welcome Camille Martin into National Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Jenna Conley. The next member is passionate, driven, hardworking, and committed to her community. She created successful projects with her peers for both History Fair and DECA. This student stood out as a leader by helping direct Humanities the Musical and to the underclassmen with her work as a freshman mentor and camp counselor. I had the pleasure of watching this student excel as an athlete on the field hockey field, where she earned the MVP award and All-Star award from our coach. I saw her grow as a player, a leader, a wonderful teammate over the past 3 years. It is my pleasure to welcome Sarah Travers into the National Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Abby Kaufman. In addition to opening the DECA store twice a week, this member leads her class success as a class representative. She also has had eye-opening experiences while volunteering for the On the Rouse Foundation, a nonprofit organization women's shelter. Here, she helps sort through hundreds of donations in order to help these individuals transition out of homelessness. She is also traveling to nationals for History Fair along with her group of 3. It is my pleasure to welcome Olivia Patt to National Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Daphne Freeman. This next student won a Silver Key Scholastic Art and Writing Award for her science fiction fantasy writing piece. Additionally, she won a gold medal for the National Spanish exam. She has demonstrated her commitment to giving back to the community through her volunteer work for the Service Dog Project, the Hamilton Wenham Library, the Community House, and the Cape Ann Animal Aid. She is an active participant in many clubs, including Model UN, DECA, the Mindfulness Club, and she plays on the varsity field hockey team. She has been a mentor and leader for her teammates. Anyone who has had the pleasure of knowing this student knows she is caring, selfless, hardworking, and very intelligent. It is my pleasure to welcome Megan Amaro to the National Honor Society.
Good evening. My name is Jake Harrison. This new member has displayed an immense commitment to both school and community. He volunteers at many places, with his favorite being the local food pantry. He loves to learn and converse with the recipients, as well as bring joy and happiness to the people he helps. He also plays a very important role in helping to lead the One Act Festival group. He is eager to help teach the younger students the ropes, and while he may be a silent leader, he is a vital part to the group's success. He is a big goal setter and has the confidence to overcome any challenge, and I have no doubt that he will succeed in his future. It is my pleasure to welcome Roger Kelly to the National Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Will Hogan. Over the past 3 years, I've had the great pleasure of getting to know this next inductee. He is a member of the varsity lacrosse team, and next year will serve as the captain of the winning machine that is Hamilton Wenham Golf. For the last 3 years, he has served as the president of his class, spending countless hours planning dances and organizing fundraisers in order to ensure that his class has the best possible high school experience. Beyond that, this inductee has been involved in numerous community service projects, volunteering at the Accord Food Pantry and helping to run youth lacrosse clinics, just to name a few. Above all, this inductee is a great person and a true friend. It is my pleasure to welcome Tom Kane to the National Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Lily Knudsen. The student I'm introducing today wrote that she believes strongly that leadership begins with investing in one's community, and has done so with honor and integrity through her volunteer work at the Wenham Museum, along with her involvement in numerous school activities, including band, Model UN, mock trial, swimming, and volleyball. Her mentors describe her as hardworking, dedicated, curious, and excited to study new topics and ideas. She has impressed them, along with me, with her unceasing kindness, humor, and empathy, and she is always quick to provide a compliment and to encourage others, and is an unceasing source of joy to everyone she meets. It is my pleasure to welcome Caroline Dent to National Honor Society. I am also honored to invite another incredibly thoughtful and committed individual to the National Honor Society. She has given back to her community and the groups that have encouraged her through her work with the Audubon Teen Conservation Club, Northeast Regional Student Advisory Council, and Ipswich River Day Camp. She is known for her curiosity, self-teaching skills, passion for learning, and mentorship of her peers. She is incredibly creative and talented in art, as well as, I can personally attest, in writing. The student is a skilled leader, a pleasure to be around, and an endlessly positive, meditative contributor in and out of class. Congratulations to Nora Sullivan-Horner.
Hi, my name is Olivia Correa. This new member has displayed dedication to her community through both her volunteer and work experience. Working at the YMCA, she leads youth tennis clinics and swim lessons. Volunteering at the Service Dog Project, the Open Door Food Pantry, and traveling to Israel to participate in the Door One Door Leadership Program, this member dedicates countless hours to the issues she cares about. Not only is this member caring and kind, she has also earned her spot in NHS through her academic achievements, earning district awards for a National History Day project and earning the Seal of Biliteracy in her sophomore year. She is an important member of the tennis team, is this year's upcoming field hockey captain, and is one of my closest friends on and off the field. It is my pleasure to welcome Grace Conant to National Honor Society. This next member shows true passion and dedication to the well-being of her community, with over 150 hours logged for the Ipswich Humane Group. She volunteers her time at Best Buddies and was co-president of the International Club. Although this is only her first year at Hamilton Wenham, this member is clearly invested in her school community, a member of mock trial, the tennis team, and the field hockey team. I am lucky to have gotten to know this member on the field hockey team, as she is one of the most sincere and kind people I have ever met. It is my pleasure to welcome Lily Johnson to the National Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Sean Lee. The next incoming member is a reliable classmate, inspiring community member, and a good friend. An engaged member of the school community, the student has participated in the math team, band, jazz band, swim team, interact, and other activities. Whether helping his classmates learn, volunteering at events, or leading service projects, the student demonstrates genuine care for others and impressive involvement. Examples of the student's outreach include helping kids decorate Christmas cookies at Breakfast with Santa, volunteering to sell Christmas trees for the Ed Fund, assisting fellow Scouts with Eagle projects, and planting trees and repairing a fence around a dumpster enclosure at the community house in an Eagle project of his own. I am pleased to welcome Sam Peterson to the National Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Amanda Lowry. The next member is an active participant in the school and religious community. You can find her starting on the girls' varsity lacrosse team or at St. Paul's Church, where she enjoys teaching and bonding with elementary school kids. This incoming member has spent countless hours helping the greater community in her work with the Accord Food Pantry and the Community House, while also serving as an outstanding role model in various clubs at school. She is responsible, caring, and truly an honor to speak about tonight. It is my pleasure to welcome Kate Riccio into National Honor Society.
Hi, I'm Hollis Mann. So the next young woman inducted tonight is one of the kindest people at Hamilton Wenham. Always positive, always driven, always gracious. She's really an exemplar of the 4 pillars of NHS. I know her from the theater, and she's also known to be on the tennis team, and you have probably all seen her behind the camera, probably taking your photo for your sport or club, the dedicated leader of the yearbook, constantly putting in countless hours, tons of hard work to make sure it's always the best it can be. It's my absolute pleasure to welcome tonight Addie Gordon into NHS.
Hello, my name is Jack McMahon. This next incoming member is a great student and an active member of the community. She has gone above and beyond with over 65 hours of community service, from volunteering at Melanie Miles, Winthrop School, and St. John's Church. She has a deep commitment to band, as well as a record of achievement with the indoor track and soccer teams. This student is kind, motivated, and a role model in all of her activities. It is my pleasure to welcome Emily Casivio to the National Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Richard Paul. The next member is resourceful, responsible, compassionate, and trustworthy. She has shown an active dedication to community service, especially for the environment, through her participation in the Crane Beach Art Day cleanup. She has also been an active member of both the Hamilton Wenham swim and tennis teams. She has also shown a strong devotion to pursuing her academic studies. Despite that, she finds the time to babysit for a local family and become a vital part of the family. With her strong dedication and devotion to the school and her community, it is my pleasure to welcome Marissa Glenn to National Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Lily Santametta. I have played soccer and been on the swim team with this student for the past few years. She's one of the most driven players, and I truly admire her selflessness and ability to consistently put the team first. She has spent more than 45 hours in our community distributing food at the Accord Food Pantry, and continued her service by preparing and serving food at my brother's table. Additionally, this year was the captain of both her town and school swim teams, and is the copy editor for the school newspaper. It is my pleasure to welcome Erica Lohr to the National Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Julia Sorio. This next inductee is very involved within our local community, often volunteering at the library or community giving tree to help with toy drives, book sales, and other activities. Not only does she donate her time to help others, but she works hard in school and in her extracurriculars, advancing to both the regional and state competitions for History Fair. I have had the honor of being in her physics class this past year, so it is my pleasure to welcome Miranda Boyd to the National Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Henry Smith. This next inductee excels not only in her schoolwork, but also in her extracurricular activities. She's a member of the shark swim team and the school's cross-country team, and if you ask any of her teammates, they will tell you of her upbeat nature and how integral she is to their success. Outside of sports, she's a lifeguard at the YMCA and helps out in their swimming lessons and clinics. She's an outstanding student who has proven to be a positive and brilliant member of her community. It is my pleasure to welcome Jordan Reeder to the National Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Jake Sturm. This next inductee is a dedicated member of Student Council. He has been the vice president of this grade since middle school. He is also the head engineer of the new General Robotics team at our school, and has just finished an Eagle project for Boy Scouts. In addition, he volunteers for Generals for Generations, a club dedicated to helping the elderly in the community. Perhaps most notable, this member won a gold medal from Congress for completing over 400 hours of community service. A natural leader and a hardworking student, this new member has demonstrated an incredible dedication to helping his community through volunteering. Congratulations, Connor Ryan. This new member is very involved in her academics and extracurriculars. She's a key member and captain of the basketball team at Hamilton Wenham. She volunteers for the town hall, the Accord Food Pantry, and a cultural center in Cape Cod, where she assists with children's cooking classes. In addition, she's a Frosh mentor, helping guide the incoming freshmen through their first year of high school. She's enthusiastic, motivated, and ready to make an impact her senior year. Welcome to NHS, Gemma Shea.
Hello, my name is Lily Tang. This inductee is not only a high achiever in academics, but is involved and invested in her extracurricular activities. She's a cashier at Connolly's Pharmacy, a local business. She's a dancer with the Hamilton Wenham School Dance, where she's a member of the senior company, Allegro Dance Ensemble. She is also highly committed to service, going on a service trip to Peru, where she served in a soup kitchen for the underprivileged. It is my pleasure to welcome my good friend, Ava Hollistead, to the National Honor Society. This next inductee is a role model in and out of the classroom. At school, she has played soccer and is a member of several clubs. She has shown academic success and has received an award at the district level for History Fair. This student's dedication to service is proven through a trip to Nicaragua that was focused on community service and community engagement. In addition, she has demonstrated ambition, highlighted by her internship at the B2Q engineering firm. This student is a proven role model who is able to organize and represent her peers as the secretary of her class. It is my pleasure to welcome Abby Pasquarella to NHS.
Hello, my name is Lauren Verge. This new member is driven, passionate, and extremely intelligent. She is an integral member of the school's math team and a captain of the coding club. I had the pleasure of working with her this year on the robotics team. During our competition, she took a leadership role as a strategy captain and helped our team win the Rookie All-Star Award. As an extremely well-rounded individual, she is also a member of the volleyball team, swim team, and a volunteer for adaptive lacrosse. It is my pleasure to welcome Sophia Zadie to National Honors.
Hello, my name is Lily Wainwright. The last new member of the National Honor Society is a driven and hardworking, putting her head down to focus on what matters to her. She spends her time on the track and field team and babysitting, but notably, she has dedicated over 120 hours in service to the Bluefin Blowout, a fundraiser dedicated to support Alzheimer's. All of the proceeds going to the Alzheimer's Association. I am proud to welcome an honor roll student and active member of the community to National Honor Society, Isabella Schwartz.
As a traditional part of the induction ceremony, I now ask all current and new members to rise for the administration of the oath. Please repeat after me. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I pledge to uphold the high purposes of the National Honor Society to which I have been selected. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. I will be true to the principles for which it stands. And will always maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. And will always maintain and encourage the high standards of scholarship, leadership, service, and character. Congratulations, you are now all officially members of the National Honor Society. Thank you all for attending our National Honor Society induction ceremony. In just a moment, the new inductees will recess, after which you are all invited to join us in the cafeteria for a reception in their honor. Please join me once more in applauding all of our new NHS members. Thank you. And now, will everyone please stand as our newest members of National Honor Society recess?